We're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. I am so excited. We sold this house. We bought a new house. We're in the middle of some renovations. We'll be moving into the new house in about a week. And this whole video is all about that. It's about an update, a little bit of a life update. I want to go back and tell you guys the story of how we sold and bought a new house because it's been an adventure and not a typical journey. So it's story time, a few life updates on what happened in between. And then if we have time, I just want to share with you just a little bit of the current state of this house and the direction of my channel. I owe it to you guys. I had great plans for Christmas content this year. Didn't happen, clearly. Grab you a coffee. I wish I had a peppermint mocha. I need to have a peppermint mocha on tap. That's what I need. Let's go back in time to January when Mike and I officially decided to sell the house and move. So we live in a little town called Wellington. It's the winter equestrian capital of the world. Super cute, but we're not equestrian people. And if you're not in the polo industry, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be here. I'm getting over being sick. We'll get to that too. We loved it for the time we're here. We're close to family, but our hearts have always been in a town called Palm Beach Garden, about 20 minutes north of here. It's just so much closer to restaurants and the beach and everything. And Mike and I were there all the time before we had Emma. And now that we have Emma, we just were like, let's move. We need to move. And I knew when I was pregnant, actually, that we were going to be moving soon. I could just feel it. That's one reason I painted her nursery white, because I knew that just would be maybe easier to sell the house instead of, pink walls or something. The beginning of this year, 2022, it's time. And we found our realtor, and he's a really great realtor. I'll link him below. I mean, we actually have lots of great friends that are realtors, but this one we knew this is the person we should work with for this transaction. He immediately captured our vision of what we're looking for, the little nuances, what would work for our family. He brought us out to look at 3 homes, and sure enough, one of them we're like, that's the ice in our fridge. And sure enough, one of those homes we're like, we could buy this. This is it. This is perfect. It's everything we need. It was just actually a little too far north of where we wanted to be, and our house was nowhere near ready at the time. And the market's crazy. You guys, we live in South Florida, so the market here is insane. So of course that home got bought before we were ready to even list ours. And even if we put in an offer without our home being ready, they wouldn't have accepted it because other offers were just more appealing anyways. But that told us, okay, what we want is out there. The goal was we are going to find the home that we want to buy, put in an offer, and then immediately put our home up for sale at the same time because the market was crazy and homes are going like this. So we're like, okay, yeah, let's do that, right? Where was I? And so there's a couple homes that we saw, we put an offer on, and then we missed out on it because of the contingency of having to sell our house first. So there was much more stronger offers that they were getting at the time, and they didn't want to have the contingency of us selling our home. We sat down with their realtor, and in April, after we lost out on a house that we really liked, sorry, I have my notes here too, because I'm trying to stay on task. After we lost out on the second home that we really loved, our realtor was like, maybe you should do the opposite, sell the house first. And we're like, yes, we're on board. Let's do it. We did not need a lot of time to debate about this. We were ready to move. And now it was April. We had to take a month to get our house in show ready condition. We needed to take more things to storage. This is a 1,400 square foot home. It's small. We live and work from it. We did some extra cleaning things like the outside of the windows, pressure cleaned. We just wanted it to be in perfect condition. We got the photos of the home, and oh no, Emma woke up. Sorry about that. Emma woke up and now she's laying back down. This is clearly nap time. I think we went on the market in May, and between April and May was an insane time in our lives. I had a sister that got married. I had a sister that officially got divorced. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. She is now cancer free. She had a lumpectomy in that amount of time, 2 weeks before my sister's wedding, and she showed up and she looked gorgeous. My mom's superwoman, let me tell you. Then about a month later, my dad had a stroke. walked into the emergency room, walked out, no side effects. He's totally fine. And you know what? Through all their health challenges this year, I mean, I hope they don't mind me sharing this, but through all their health challenges, they're actually very healthy people. And I think the reason why they were able to navigate those major health issues this year and just overcome them is because of they're actually in really good health in general. So that was like within a month's time, and we're putting the home on the market and trying to get ready. It was crazy, right? So we put the home on the market, we do an open house, we get 4 offers. 4 offers because the market's still like really hot right now, and 2 of them were above asking. So we naturally went with the highest one, first time home buyers. That fell through. 2 weeks later, it fell through. So we're like, great. So then our realtor talked to the next highest offer, and they were like, yes, we're still interested. Went under contract with them. 2 weeks later, that fell through. Duh. And it was like financing issues on their part. We were disappointed because now by this time we're in the height of summer and the market has slowed down here because in Florida that's what happens in the summer. It slows down a little bit, and it also shifted. So when we first started, the market was so hot, people were getting above asking, and even when we had our open house, we got above asking. But we knew at this point in that month's time of being under contract and then having to go back on the market, it shifted enough to where we knew we weren't going to get above asking. We still got a great price for our house. Like, I can't complain. Actually, I'm shocked what we got for a house, because if we had just have like a little starter home, our home should never go for as much as it did. I feel like we're kind of disappointed. We knew we were going to have to take a lower offer, and that really just impacts what we then buy, and where we wanted to buy is unfortunately very expensive. But we knew that God would work it all out. It was in his plans. After the second one fell through, we had an average of 5 showings a week in addition to 2 other open houses. And we did that for 2 months straight. One time we even had 7 showings in a week, and like 5 of them were in one day. It was insane because we have a 2-year-old, right? And I didn't get a chance to put Emma in swim lessons because our schedules were so sporadic, and I was either cleaning or we were leaving for a showing, and we tried to block out her nap time, so at least we had that, but it was all over the place. It was a crazy summer. We had no life because our whole life was just coming and going and cleaning for showings. And we're like, what's the deal? It's been 2 months, no one's buying. Well, in September, that's when we got our 3rd offer. It wasn't a full price, but it was a cash offer. And I told Mike the kind of deal I wanted. I was like, I don't mind not getting asking for our house because I know it will still be fair, but I want it to be a strong cash offer because then I know it won't fall through. And he was like, yeah, good luck with that. 2 days later, we got the phone call, and it was the exact deal I described to Mike that I wanted. So when our realtor told us, I knew this is it. So we negotiated a little bit, landed on a number that's fair for both of us, and went under contract. We're so excited. And in the midst of that, we actually negotiated free rent back because the person that bought our house is in the polo industry. He lives in Spain. This will be his 2nd house, and he'll be here during the polo season, which starts in January. So he would have this house here that he bought, but nobody would be here taking care of it. So for him, it was a win-win for all of us, because now that we sold our house, we needed to find a new house. Like, we needed a house, right? So we wanted a place to stay, and then we know that there would be renovations that we had to do. We closed on this house. That was in October, and about a week after we closed, we found the house that we bought. And we ended up closing on that house November 7th. And of course, just like life was crazy when we put this home on the market that I'm in right now, it was crazy when we bought this current home, because it's like everything happens at once. And during that time, I had eye surgery on my eye, which I've had major surgeries in the past. I was born with a tumor, it's benign, and it really got aggravated during pregnancy. It kind of went dormant after my 2 surgeries growing up. And now there's a new procedure out that's less invasive that will hopefully eradicate it. And so we were very excited about this. We've been waiting for this procedure for 2 years to have it done. Actually, the week before we close, I have surgery. A hurricane decides to form out of nowhere. It was also the weekend of Halloween. It was, of course, like a crazy time. Right after we closed, we had to prepare for a hurricane in both houses, both this house and then the new one. During the time, though, we were under contract with the old owners of our new house, if that makes sense. The owners are older and they were downsizing. They let us come in. They said, come as often as you want. They loved us and we loved them. So we really hit it off. And they loved Emma. It was just very sweet. But they told us we could come anytime and bring whatever contractors we wanted to through the home. So while we were under a contract with them before we closed, we were able to meet all the contractors and interviewed them and got prices for everything that we wanted to do for the renovations. So literally when we closed on the house on November 7th, November 8th they came, we had all of our contractors lined up and they literally took out the old floors. They started construction immediately. We're set to move December 10th. And I will talk about, by the way, the renovations and what we're doing. And then I will also share with you a before tour of the home. We're doing renovations in phases. So this is just round one before we move in. Construction's moving along great. We're doing the floors, painting, some drywall work. Thanksgiving comes. We've been packing. Okay, we're moving during Christmas season. Thanksgiving rolls around and I know, okay, after Thanksgiving, we're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna like pack up everything, finish this house, and then move out. Well, Emma comes down with the virus, if you know what I mean. I don't want them to like label this or anything. I call it the co to the vid, Rona, whatever you want to call it. We came down with it. Man, Emma took it like a champ. And then Mike and I woke up on Thanksgiving with it. The worst part was losing your sense of taste and smell, which we both did. It's December 7th, so now we're just starting to get it back, which is really good. I was so upset about that because yeah, getting sick, it kind, you know, it stinks, it throws you off, but yeah, we're kind of used to that with the toddler anyways. When she gets a cold, we get a cold, and that's kind of what it was like, just a bad cold. This season has not been normal in any way whatsoever, with not being able to decorate in the process of moving, and it's just been nuts. And the thing that I did have was, well, at least I could have my normal Christmas smells, right? That's always a source of comfort. Smells trigger memories. And I thought, well, that's one thing that will be the same. And then I lose my smell. That's been frustrating, but thank God I'm getting it back. At the end of the day, it didn't slow down the renovations. We're on the up and up. We handled it very well. And now we have immunity. All's well that ends well. So all that has led us to here. This is where we're at. This is why this season has been so crazy. And I wanted to do a Christmas tree review on this Amazon Christmas tree. It's a great Christmas tree. I wanted to take you to the big box stores and show you the best ones at Home Depot. I wanted to decorate our front entryway of our new home, but I can't cry over spilled milk. And honestly, this house is gonna offer some really great content. Moving on to the future, what the move is gonna look like in the future of this channel, really. And that is in about a week's time, we're gonna be moving. It depends on how quickly they can get everything painted. The floors are almost done, and then they're gonna finish painting and then we can move. So that puts us mid-December. We should be in before actually Christmas. And then I want to share the journey of renovating our new home and just all the design decisions that we have to make. And the last video of this house will be just an official tour of everything we've done in this house, outside, inside. And then I'm gonna move on to the new house and show you everything about the new house. If you follow me on Instagram, you get a lot of sneak peeks into that. So I definitely owed you guys this video, an explanation of where I've been. A lot of it has to do with the move, but some really crazy life stuff in between. We're just here trying to make Christmas as special as possible for Emma. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and that you stuck it out through this story, this huge life update. You will be seeing me in the future and you'll be seeing the next house, which is double the size. It's so great. It's a great view. I can't wait to show you guys. This video is long enough, but I just want to share with you the current state of our home. So we had boxes actually all right here, but Mike and his brother took them to the house. So they're currently in the garage of the new house. We are hiring movers, especially for all the furniture, but what we can get over there beforehand would be amazing. I know there's like a lot of stuff out. However, this is all stuff like we're living with right now. This, you can see, has like all been packed or most of it's been packed. And a lot of things like in our cabinets, all that up there has been packed. All the closets, except for the laundry room. So, and the toys, but the toys are in here and in baskets, so those will be easy to take over. I did get out some ornaments and let Emma kind of decorate because she's 2, you know, it's fun for her. So all the decor is gone other than the major things. This mirror's gone, all that stuff is gone. The bathrooms, like in the bathrooms, there's nothing in the drawers. I just have like my makeup and my skincare that I'm using right now that probably needs to be cleaned. Like nothing's in there. A lot of the closets are wiped out. So anyway, so this is just a current state. We have boxes, we're bringing over boxes. Everything's cleaned out. And as we're moving closer, we are getting these smaller things also picked up. Dinner's on, I got a candle going. Can't smell the candle, can smell the dinner. I'm making progress. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.